The first-generation Chinese long-range strategic bomber, H-20, seems to be about to make its first flight. The possibility of the H-20 bomber being equipped with conventional cruise missiles, nuclear bombs, or hypersonic weapons is a new, powerful signal sent to the U.S. and its allies in the Asia-Pacific region amid increasing strategic geopolitical tensions. However, many believe that the bomber from China is actually just a copy of the U.S. B-2 bomber and is not modernized like the B-2. What is the reality? Let's find out the answer together with U.S. Military Summary in today's video. Public information about the H-20 is limited due to its secretive nature. Recent reports from China only mention the appearance of a strategically and historically significant aircraft. The H-20 is a new bomber with the potential to be officially unveiled in just a few months. Information suggests that it has a flight range of up to 12,000 kilometers, according to The Sun of England. With this capacity, the aircraft can fly directly from mainland China to targets in the mainland United States without refueling. Impressive specifications. Images circulating on the internet and official reports from China show that this combat aircraft has a wing design, a weapon compartment, 2 adjustable tail fins, a radar on the front, and 2 airtake doors on both sides, all covered with radar-absorbing material in a dark gray color. The H-20 can conduct long-range attacks and carry a variety of accurately guided weapons such as smart bombs, air-to-ground missiles, and anti-ship missiles, with a maximum takeoff weight of 200 tons, a payload of 45 tons, and a supersonic flight speed. In reality, there's not much information about the H-20 bomber because China has kept the technical specifications of it secret. China's development of its first strategic bomber was first mentioned in reports that emerged in 2016, and subsequent reports show that China plans to begin mass-producing this type of aircraft in the mid-2020s. As previously mentioned, the H-20 resembles the US B-2 Spirit in its familiar wing shape. The aircraft may pose a problem for US defense planners, as they consider China's Air Force. The H-20 is believed to have a range of at least 12,000 kilometers or 7,456 miles. With this impressive range, Hawaii, the Arctic, and all 50 states of the US will be within reach of the H-20. The H-20, not the H-6, is China's future dominant weapon. China aims to equip the H-20 with the ability to operate by the end of this decade, similar to the timeline for the US B-21 Raider, the successor to the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. According to Military Watch, while the Chinese People's Liberation Army Air Force, PLA-AF, is responsible for most of China's initial nuclear tests, its nuclear strike capability is built around the PLA Rocket Force, PLA-RF, and PLA Navy, PLAN, using various land-based and sea-based missiles. According to a 2020 report by the Hoover Institution, while China is one of 3 countries operating strategic bombers, along with the US and Russia, its long-range bomber fleet is significantly lagging behind, as their primary bomber, the Shan H-6, is based on the 1950s Tupolev Tu-16 bomber of the Soviet Union. The report notes that while the H-6 is an old design, it has modern engines, with the latest H-6N variant having the ability to carry air-launched cruise missiles, ALCM, for long-range attack missions. While Military Watch notes that the H-6N variant can carry air-launched ballistic missiles, ALBM, with nuclear warheads, most U.S. analysts see it as a long-range anti-ship against U.S. carrier battle groups. The magazine also notes that the H-6 is considered a battlefield bomber with a tactical role, meaning it does not refuel in mid-air and does not have long-range attack missiles, unlike the B-52 and B-2 of the U.S. or the Tu-95 and Tu-160 of Russia. And military analysts also note that China has not yet mastered stealth technology, and as a result, U.S. bases in the first and second island chains continue to hinder the operations of China's long-range bombers. In addition, U.S. bases in South Korea, Japan, Guam, and Hawaii can deploy long-range missile defense systems, such as the Patriot, Aegis Ashore, and Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, THAAD, which can threaten China's H-6N bombers. Research notes that the PLA's major capability gap is the nuclear delivery mission that the H-20 is designed to perform. However, the U.S. also does not have a defense system set up to defend against stealth bombers, a reality that the H-20 may seek to exploit. According to a 2021 report by the nonprofit organization Bulletin of the Atomic Sciences, BAS, the H-20 is designed to replace the H-6N and may be equipped with nuclear-armed ALCMs, completing China's nuclear triad and increasing its flexibility in case of emergencies. In addition to completing China's nuclear triad, the H-20 can conduct aerial demonstrations over potential opponents of China. According to a report by Eurasian Times, the H-20 will be equipped with nuclear weapons, becoming a branch of nuclear triad that includes a nuclear-powered submarine and a land-based anti-aircraft missile. The bomber is believed to have the ability to carry 4 stealth or super missile warheads. With a long-range bomber, China may be able to approach the second island chain, which includes islands in the East China Sea near Guam, a U.S. territory. A 2018 study by the RAND organization pointed out that China has carried out a long-range bomber flights over the South China Sea for 4 main reasons, with the H-20 allowing China to reliably threaten U.S. targets beyond the first and second island chains, and enhance China's military capabilities. First, the H-20's flights over disputed areas like the South China Sea and the Senkaku Islands demonstrate China's determination to defend these territories against potential rivals, as it is unclear how these rivals in the region would respond to a threat like the H-20. Second, these flights provide training and real-world opportunities for Chinese pilots in preparation for a potential conflict with the U.S. The H-20's practice flights may have tactics, techniques, and procedures for exploiting vulnerabilities in the U.S. and Allied air defense systems in the South China Sea. Third, these bomber flights can be a display of China's increasing economic and military power to its domestic audience, thereby enhancing the legitimacy of the Communist Party in the eyes of the Chinese people. Finally, the H-20 may carry out flights in and around Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone, ADIZ, as part of China's efforts to pressure Taiwan to comply with China's interests, prevent any independence ideas, and demonstrate the vulnerability of Taiwan's military in the event of an invasion by highlighting the lack of support from the U.S. In a report released at the end of October 2020, the Royal United Services Institute for Defense and Security Studies in London assessed that the stealth bomber would bring true global reach to China, potentially expanding the country's operational reach to its maritime areas. The report stated, armed with air-launched nuclear missiles and typically, the H-20 will represent a major leap forward from China's military theories and practical weapons development of the past. John Grevitt, an expert on combat aircraft and an analyst of Asian-Pacific defense, believes that the H-20 strategic bomber has applied the stealth wing design, bringing the ability to attack targets in the second island chain, which includes U.S. bases and further areas. As part of the U.S.'s island chain strategy in foreign policy, the second island chain includes U.S. bases in Japan, Guam, the Philippines, and other countries. The third island chain extends to Hawaii and off the coast of Australia. This means that this type of aircraft has a strategic advantage, as its name suggests, the ability to attack targets at a distance, possibly in the second island chain and beyond. In that case, U.S. interests and assets in the Asia-Pacific region may be threatened. If this type of aircraft is put into operation, it may become a game-changer. Expert Gravatt predicts that the H-20 will be put into operation by the end of the 2020s, as China has gained experience and knowledge in developing stealth aircraft in the past 10 years. Thank you for following my response. I hope you learned something new and useful from my answer. If you found it helpful, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Goodbye and see you next time.